Zippity-doo-dah! Damn! What are we doing over here? What are we doing? What are you shooting at? What are you shooting at? I can't see. Are you shooting at that guy? Are you shooting that guy over there? Are you shooting a tank? What are you doing? How are you helping? I'm talking to you. What's going on, everybody? This is Editor D. I'm back from my little hiatus there. Had a couple of weeks of work. Was doing a shoot and then had to edit that footage for, blah, blah, blah for work. Nothing really interesting. But then after that, like I said in my previous video, I did end up going out of town. Actually, we went out of the country for about 8 days on a vacation, me and my girlfriend. Ended up going to Belgium and the Netherlands. Got to spend a couple days in Antwerp there. Then took the train on up to Amsterdam, of course, and really enjoyed it. Just had a really nice, easy time. We didn't do anything too specific. Went to a few museums, but mostly we just walked around, kind of got lost, looked at architecture, tried to talk to people, and sort of see what it was like to be, a person living in those countries. So we had a good time and just took it easy, and both places were really great. Antwerp especially was just really nice, really quaint, bikes everywhere, and just kind of enjoyed the that architecture and stuff around there, so that was fun to do. Amsterdam, definitely much bigger, a lot more people. I think I would like that city a bit more if I was younger and wanted to do things like, smoke pot in a coffee shop. But, we even went to the red light district. It was kind of like Disneyland for sex. It was not really sexy at all. But, just did those sorts of things, little tours, went through the canals and all that. So, but really great countries. I'm glad I got to go and experience those at least for a little while. Okay, so as far as my channel, I've got some exciting things coming up. I can't really talk about it yet. But let's just say I'm going to be involved in the Battlefield community a lot more. I'm going to be taking much more focus on my channel and this other stuff that's going to be going on. And it's important to me. It's exciting. So, yeah, that's really cool. I know that's really weird and cryptic, and I can't, like I said, I can't talk about it yet, but within a couple of weeks I will. But it is exciting for me, and I do think it's going to mean a lot more content for my channel, which, of course, as you guys know, gets neglected here and there when work comes along. But this is going to be a really good motivator for me, and yeah, I'm just really happy about it. So I'll talk about that more in the future. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was Battlefield etiquette. And this is something that is sort of the responsibility of the community, the people that play Battlefield. And recently, this idea came up to me because of all the new players from like the Humble Bundle. I don't know about like maybe on the consoles, but since I've been playing on PC, I've noticed all of these new players that got the game for very cheap and they weren't able to afford it before, or just didn't, weren't sure if they were interested in it or whatever. And they're in there and they're playing and they have no idea what they're doing. And sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad. But there's sort of Battlefield has an etiquette to it. There's things you do and you don't do. And those things take time to learn. A lot of these people don't have 350 hours of gameplay, so they don't really know. Of course, there's the other side. There's a lot of trolls out there that are just doing crazy, stupid stuff so that they can get YouTube famous or whatever the hell they want. And I understand. I mean, those troll videos are actually pretty funny, and I do enjoy them, of course. But then there's also that whole aspect of Battlefield gets really good when both teams are working really hard to try to win and actually playing the objective. That's when that game gets, like, incredible. So I'm hoping that maybe I can have some small effect in pushing the community towards that direction with this sort of etiquette guide that I'm working on. And what I'm asking you guys is to help give me suggestions. These are simple things and more advanced things. Things such as if you're support, you should be throwing out ammo all the time. If somebody's running around in front of you, shooting at you, yelling you, jumping up and down, they're probably out of ammo. So don't forget that stuff. To even the more advanced etiquette, which is things like base raping. I know that's sort of a sore spot in the community. Some people think it's part of the game. I personally am with the group that thinks that it's really cheap and shameful to do that because it really just brings the game down. You're sort of overlooking an aspect of the game that the developers unfortunately sort of didn't really think of, and the community itself is the ones that are abusing that. I mean, if you are flying a jet into the enemy team's base and you're shooting their equipment before they even get a chance to take off, that's easy, that's simple, and that's kind of pathetic. You know, it's cheap. So why not let them take off, get in the air, and then beat them in the air because you're a better pilot? That to me is more interesting. So I'm hoping to sort of push the community to discuss and think about these things. I'm sure it will have very little effect, but I'm going to make the damn video anyway. So I'm working on that right now, pretty far into it. But I wanted to get suggestions from you guys and girls, and let me know things that you might want to include. I mean, there's also simple stuff like, you know, if you're going to get in a tank and drive away, you better have an engineer in the damn tank. That's just proper battlefield etiquette. You need to be able to repair your tank instead of hopping out once it gets hit once and running off, getting shot in the back, and then the enemy team steals your tank and starts kicking your ass with it. So anyway, stuff like that is what I'm working on. So any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to keep this one short, guys. I'm going to try to go back to working on that. Thanks for watching, folks. This is Level Cap signing off. Wait a minute. This is Editor D saying, stop all the downloading.